Project C.U.R.E has grown out of my mom and dad's garage to be the largest organization in the world delivering medical supplies and equipment to the people in desperate need, living in countries where, people will work 12 hours a day and they make less than $5. And at that level of poverty, you just can't afford health care. So we're taking upwards 225 semi-truck trailer sized cargo containers every year into those places, and we just give it away. My brother, who's fire chief in Denver, called me that first weekend around the 15th of March in 2020. And he called and he said, "Hey, Doc, can we come to the warehouse and pick up PPE, gloves and masks and gowns?" And I said, "Sure, why?" And he said, "Because we're out." And I said, "You can't be out. You're the fire department." And sure enough, they were out. They were gowning up everybody. And so we put a big pallet together for the fire department. The next call we got was from one of our volunteers, and she was a nurse. And she said, "Can we come by and get gowns?" She said, "We're gowning up in plastic trash bags." And at that point, we knew that it was serious. And so we pivoted 180 degrees. Instead of shipping everything into the developing world, we started shipping it right back into the hospitals that usually give stuff to us. Well, we're a 35-year-old startup. We've got a small team. We actually have over 30,000 volunteers. So we have 1,000 volunteers for every paid staff. And then we're very entrepreneurial. I mean, my background, I'm an attorney. I did a PhD in finance. I'm a business guy. I don't know how to do medicine. I've learned all of the public health in the field, but it's that sort of commitment to meeting the needs of people all over the world that really drives us, and that's what it is that makes the difference for us. Well, years ago, I met a guy named Terry Unright, and Terry used to work with George Roberge, who was my VP of operations at Project C.U.R.E. One of the first calls we got was from Stryker, and Stryker said, "Hey, we manufactured all these hospital beds. They're manual beds. Do you want them?" And we said, "Sure, absolutely." Well, it turns out there's 22,500 beds, and we had to move them from Stryker to Project C.U.R.E. We're kind of sitting there thinking, what do we do? Let's call Terry. And that's what we did, and he helped move those beds all summer. And so it was a natural then that we would call SEKO again and say, "Hey, we're working in Ukraine. Let's do this together." Well, so when we work with SEKO, we know that if we can get the stuff put on an airplane or in a container, that by the time that it gets there, they already know the partners, right? This is a worldwide organization. We can trust them that they have the people on the ground who can make the contacts with the guys with the trucks, and it's the guys with the trucks that actually do all the hard work, right? And they're getting through the roadblocks and the barricades, and this road got bombed and you got to go a different road. That's the guy, and SEKO knows. And those are the people who actually have the relationships because they've been working there for years and years and years. And so, resources follow relationships. And if you got the relationship, you can get the resources in. Well, we've delivered over 1,600 airlift pallets into Ukraine since this thing started. And I mean, these are huge pallets full of, we estimate probably $15 to $20 million of relief already. We're working with the Marian Fathers. We're working with, grassroots organizations that are smuggling this stuff into Mariupol during the bombings and the siege, and they're getting it there. And then we get the videos back. And it's just incredible to see what's happened. I mean, lives are being saved every day because of this partnership. Thank you. Thank you to all the team at SEKO for what they have done. And, they may be working over here or over there. We depend on SEKO to do domestic transportation, all those beds from Stryker to Project C.U.R.E. SEKO. So thank you. You maybe aren't reminded of this on a day-to-day basis, but you're changing the world, and that's what we're called to do.